These are seriously the sweetest people on the planet. Ridiculous. Okay, you guys. We are in Lost Among Locals heaven. So we're traveling through Southwest Turkey, as you know, and we were supposed to stay in a city called Konya today. But when we arrived on the edge of the city, it was just not fitting the vibe that we were in. It was a big place, it looked super hectic, and we just were not in the mood for that. So we decided to keep on driving towards Cappadoccia with the intention of like maybe we would make it all the way there. And then we were just like browsing around on Google and we found this like national park with a gorge and some pretty things, and there was an adorable little village looking thing next to it. So we're like, and there was a guest house there, so we decided to go ahead and stay. So we are now in the town of Guzelyurt, which is adorable, and this place is so cute. We're staying in an Airbnb. It's called the Historical Greek House, and it's this stone house with a trellis and wine with a trellis covered in vines, and there's a little flower garden and the cutest cave restaurant, and the town is adorable. It's so quiet. When we first got here, we couldn't find the place, so we pulled over on the side of the street, and immediately some man was like knocking on her door like, "Do you need help?" And then we go down to where it said it was, and this young girl says, "No, this place not open. The place you're looking for is up there." So we go up there and to a different hotel, and this guy meets us, and it's not even his hotel, but he knows where the hotel is. So he walks us down to our guest house, and because our host doesn't speak English, he actually helped us get checked in, helped us pick a room, showed us about breakfast, translated everything for us, and he works for a different hotel down the street, like a different guest house down the street. So it's just like the friendliest place we've been to in a really long time, and the people are so cute, and the town is adorable, and I might never leave here. Very random sculpture garden.
Yeah, like modern artish. It's weird. I think it doesn't fit here.
And in Turkey's cutest town, also there's Genghis. Apparently, Genghis or Genghis Jesus lives here. All over Turkey, there's this guy, and I find him humorous every time. It's so cute. It's just all so cute. I'm so surprised at how cute this restaurant is. Like, it is not what I expected from the outside.
No, absolutely not. I mean, the door did open up automatically, so when you walk in, you're like, well, this stuff's really nice and new and fancy.
It's so funny because, like, from the outside, it just sort of looks like this hole-in-the-wall kind of place, but they're so friendly. They don't have a menu here, and since we don't speak Turkish and they didn't speak English, they just brought us all into the kitchen, showed us everything they have to offer, and just, like, let us pick our plate.
Yeah, just point and go out with that.
It's awesome.
They did explain everything
It's
to
awesome.
us.
Yeah, they did. Great. I think we might starve.
You know, the funny thing was, earlier we're like, we should just, we just want the food, just start sharing it. Nope. And only did we not share. We both ordered like 3 things. Miserable. Couldn't stop eating. Deep breaths. Just wore my stretchy pants.
Kristen wore her stretchy pants. A plus effort, guys. A plus effort. Good job.
Good morning.
Good morning, people. We're still in our little town in the middle of nowhere. We have fallen in love with this place, and if it had Wi-Fi, we would stay here forever.
Oh, yeah. It's super cute.
But it doesn't. We had the best breakfast this morning in a little cave room where they fed us way too much food.
Absolutely.
And our little Turkish grandma and grandpa host are absolutely adorable.
They are the sweetest people.
And we love them.
Yes.
But anywho, today we're going to find this off the beaten path monastery. Do you know what it's called?
No.
Great.
I don't know what it's called.
We'll put it down here for you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But we have come to the end of where our little Opel Corsa car can drive, and so we're gonna hoof it from here and see if we can find this amazing monastery that's built into a bunch of cave houses, and then the modern town that we've been staying in is like sitting on top of all of it. So looks really cool from the pictures. Think it's gonna be amazing. Here we go. You guys, there's a little, big cemetery all on the side of this hill over here. Like, those are all gravestones. There's a lot of poop on this road. A lot of poop. So basically all through this Cappadoccia region and area, we're not quite in Cappadocia yet, but we're getting close. There are just houses carved into these giant rock facades, which have been here for, do you know how long, Chris? Thousands of years, I would assume, but very long time. And it's funny because you can kind of see in this area some of the places where they started to carve out a home and like either the rock cracked or it wasn't good and they stopped. But we just kind of came up on this one that's like a full little house. The escape hatch. Meet you on the other side.
We may be staying here way longer than we planned because everything's so beautiful and so cool and kind of unique that every little cave system we're walking into to see. We're trying to make sure we don't touch anything, but it's very interesting, and I don't know, stuff that I haven't really ever seen before. This is a church built in the 9th to 10th centuries called St. Epiphanes. Is that how you say that? Epiphanes Church. There's lots of, they have columns in there. I think at one point, of course, it was painted a real red. You kind of see a little bit of red on some of the beam type stuff they have in there. There's lots of reliefs. So, yeah. You got
Karburlu, it says.
Karburlu.
Karburlu Church is the
Church.
Turkish word. Wow.
That is little stairs.
Yeah. Like, come in. Welcome to my humble home.
Nice. This is the loft. This is Kristen's loft up here.
Yeah, my bedroom. I've specially designed it for my needs.
Goodness, what a view.
This little river right here, and there's moss and trees and grass, and it's just very green, but this is one little strip. Everything else is really dry and dirt and arid type thing, but then you have this one oasis type thing right here up this river. So it's really cool. So we're hoping that we'll find the monastery up this road, or up this little path.
Still no monastery in sight. I really don't think the monastery is this way.
So I was running up the hill to come to the car because we got parked, and we ended up walking way down trying to find this monastery. And this sweet Turkish man gave me grapes and was trying to tell me to go the other way. And he said, the monastery is that way, which we still haven't found. But Abby and Kristen are going this way, the opposite direction, trying to find it. But there's a bunch of, I mean, the gorges here are all covered in caves, cave dwellings, I guess. And so, but the guy I tried to give him money for it, but he wouldn't take it. He said, no, no, no. And then I was like, you're the sweetest old man. He was cute. So thanks, Turkish guy. This really helped because it would make you strong as I was going up the hill. Like it's going to give you energy. And so, it's so cool.
We found a sweet lady who's giving us some pears.
Oh, thank you. Yay! Got it. Yay! Thank you.
These are seriously the sweetest people on the planet. Ridiculous. Well, guys, when we finally gave up and decided just to move on to Ilara Valley, we drove around the corner and found the sign and the ticket office. And
Yep.
So we've also found out that the monastery is not a monastery at all, at least not the building that we saw. It's actually a great big old church, which we saw from the road on our way out, which cued us to, hey, maybe you should stop and look some more. And we also found out there's an underground city here. So we're gonna do some exploring. The confusion came about because the valley that this great big church sits in is called Monastery Valley. So when we put it in the map for the monastery, it just gave us the valley. And well, there you go. We figured it out eventually. We have entered the underground city.
Yeah.
City number 2.
Really cool. So neat.
You know what all these like cutouts in the floor are?
Probably gathers water in here and kind of pulls it up to get you.
It's a bathtub. But they're like a specific shape, like this keyhole kind of shape. What they are? These carved ceilings are amazing.
Had to climb up a really tight staircase to get up here. Let's see. Interesting. And there's a balcony. Let's see how this looks.
Alright guys, so Monastery Valley that we were just in is sort of the second most important or popular valley in this area, and now we are in the first. This is Ihlara Valley. It was carved by a big river running through a couple of volcanic explosions, and it is incredible. We happened to just see it on Google Maps yesterday and stayed close to it, and it looks like it's going to be amazing. There are all these sort of temples and houses, of course carved into the rocks like we've seen previously, but it's already a pretty awesome landscape. And it's on your handy dandy turkey museum pass.
Handy dandy. We're definitely going to get our exercise in today.
Yeah, this is gonna stink coming back.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
There's a cafe up there. I already poked my head
You already
in.
poked your head in?
Yes. It's adorable and weird. It's adorable and weird, like me. Did you still want to try for a coffee? Hello. Guys, I found a hobbit hole. That definitely wasn't worth it. The gate's locked.
Oh man.
This is a fabulous travel partnership because every time Davis and I stop to film something, Kristen stops to work and write something. It's working out well.
The life of a digital nomad sounds so romantic, but in reality, it means sitting on those stairs writing.
Yeah. Or on the toilet, writing. Or in the restaurant, writing. Or this week in the car, writing.
Yeah.
It's been a really quiet car ride because they're just typing away.
So one of the churches in this valley, the Kokar Church, I believe, is called the Smelly Church. Like that's its name, even on the official map. The Smelly Church. You go see if Smelly Church is open.
I'm always the one that has to be the guinea pig.
They're so good at it.
Uh-huh. You go climb this mountain and tell me if it's worth it.
I'm just
Wow. Oh, lots of stairs. I'm out of shape. Haven't done anything in the past couple of months though, so that doesn't help. First couple of sets of caves. Little painting up there. You can't really see it, but there's one. Yeah, I need to start exercising again. This is bad. Oh, cool. Well, at least the gate's open.
How's it going? All these bugs. Gross. I love this kind of oops find. It's amazing that our world is like covered with ridiculous places like this and we don't even know about them. It's the best oops find ever.
Well, I started to get a little hangry,
Yeah.
but Kristen came through because she had her bag of nuts.
Always carry some nuts with you.
Usually do that. I don't know why. I usually have a little bag of like a trail mix type thing that I always have.
On Emily, I never actually carry food. I always forget.
Yeah. No, almost every hike I've almost always have like a little bag of trail mix just in case.
Just in case what, darling?
Just in case Abby gets hangry and starts to try to throw me off a cliff because she's hungry.
That big chunk was up there at one point. Not no more. All burial chambers. Chrissy, I found dead people. Well, you could definitely walk through this valley for at least a full day, maybe 2, because there's like, it's big. But we've hit our limit, so we're making the traverse back up this ridiculous amount of steps. So we're gonna whine a lot in the next 10 minutes, so we'll just meet you at the top. You guys, we stopped on the roadside to get something to eat because Abby's getting hangry. And you have to see this little restaurant we've at. All the tables and the huts are like down in this river. It's so cute. Come on in.